Well, good morning, good afternoon, folks. Happy new day, happy new week. Milborn will be joining us in a jiffy. Today we talk politics, truth, we will. But in the same token, we'll kickstart the show by having a brief of a social conversation. We have a brief social conversation. We have a guest that will be joining us to talk about her interaction, her goals, and what she does, and so forth. In terms of social connectivities, we'll talk about it briefly for maybe the first half or segment of this conversation, and then we'll pivot to the politics of the day, as you guys are already aware. So we'll have some social conversation. My man, Melbourne, what's going on? We got to the post. We're having social conversation today. You just rushing to come on the show.
Well.
Hey.
Miami, what's up, Chief? What's up? How you look different?
My man, you know, get small chance, man. I don't even call your name. Said, when I say social, you just are running.
Wow. I don't know where it's coming from, Steve, but
They're coming from you. Come back out. They're coming from
you. But they want you want me looking different, though.
My man, when we say we change a lot of things, so we got a little different.
Well, we're having some. So let me see how best to lock out quickly and see.
Yeah, folks, Milborn will be coming back to join us. But let's share the show in the meantime. It's a new week. A lot of things to expect. Let's share the show. Good morning, good afternoon to you, wherever you are. It's good to be alive today. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. And the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, Steve, what am I?
My man, you just won't bring up behind me. Just be that story today.
Hello. Please check yourself. What's going on?
My man, you're my social agent, man. You know you're my social agent.
It's like,
my man, you're my social agent, man.
I want folks to see someone. They may just do all kinds of things.
My man, you see what I mean. Patient say, my man, patient. I took a picture, I posted. You see, patient say, man, asking who took the picture. No, patient. No, don't bring noise in the town here. Let me tell you something.
Come here, Steve. Sorry, Steve, I'm okay. I think I'm the problem.
Let me tell you something, patient. That picture was taken by a bystander. Let me put it that way. The picture. Yeah. My man, let me be honest. Hey, I said that
who taking the camera, man. We want to know who behind the camera because
it was a pastor. One picture I took that day.
The pressure is here, and you will tell us who behind the camera. Who always
my man, that one picture I took. A pastor by one week I was passing. I said, "Can you please take a picture?" He said, "Yes." That was it.
So don't worry. So that means there was no photographer, or in fact, you don't have photographer.
No, my man, I went by myself. After I went around, had a couple of meetings, I came to the beach to just reflect.
Yeah.
You understand?
The one that not saying. So no
Mama, don't bring those on the show about baby.
2024 behaviors in 2024.
My man,
I can do this here.
Look at agents say the person shadow was there, but I made shadow was there. And I know for a fact I'm homosexual. So you understand? I'm not funny man. You hear me? So
that's just very simple. Why you hiding who behind the camera? You don't want to tell us.
No, I'm not hiding anybody. No, but I say it was a guy who I asked to take my picture. I mean, you know. Let me tell you something. I was walking on the sidewalk. In fact, that picture, I won't get a location for security reason why I took that picture before you bring us in the town. But that picture was talking in a strategic area.
Well, you and now the photographer was there. Nobody, my B says, or Yumuchu Kwanga, and the rest of us, we were in there.
The photographer is a man. The photographer, the person who took that picture is a man.
All right. And you went on the beach alone?
No, I don't go on the beach. Leave that beach story. Leave that story. No, let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah, please.
I was rep, my man. That you see that the problem there. You left ticket issue, baby.
Oh, yeah, no. He was falling my deacon ship. Oh, look today.
Let's bring our guest on.
Yes,
let's bring our guest on. You want message? Hold on, before bring the guest on. Hold on. You want message? We'll show up. My man, your update. What's going on in the nation? What's happening? Let's bring the update and we'll bring our guests. That will not because we came.
Well, my brother, as usual, nothing much apart from some of the social news we see. Marriages or married people holding and putting on the social media and so forth. And the president, I think, anytime from now on, the president will be back in country. I think after his trip to that of Ghana, we are expecting him either anytime soon. But again, my brother, we also hearing that there is a budget shortfall, or there will be a budget shortfall because, mind you, the 2024 national budget can't end on tomorrow. And we are hearing that close to $35 million now been rigs, or maybe someone would say not been acquired by the government. So some portion of that money, if that money maybe added to the budget, then that means there will be a budget shortfall. But again, we are still getting a lot of reports around Liberia, and one of the terrible ones is the one I have to do with the bridge that go down this morning through a heavy truck. That is the RTI bridge between Riverside and that of Sano County. That bridge now is down due to heavy trucks, and that bridge is the only bridge so far that connects the two counties, or even people will say almost the entire southeast, especially when you're passing through the way of Riverside. So again, these are things happening, my brother, as we move on to 2025. Liberians are voting for their best public servants or better state government officials, and among all of these officials and people have been voted for, we haven't heard anything about a janitor of the year, a security officer of the year, and nothing like that. Only these same group of people, quote unquote, like yesterday were talking about their corrupt acts and so forth, the way they are behaving. They are the same people who keep carrying awards. So again, we moved. I hope and pray maybe after our guest, we will delve into so many political news and so forth, and to go along with our broadcast. Thank you so much.
Yes, Melbourne, quickly, let me update us really quick. We have also been following with the South Korean airline that had an accident. We say we're going to let the people know today that I think about 76 people died. Very, 176. Thank you so much for the correction. Very unfortunate. Our condolences to the family and loved ones. Very sad times. In the same token, yesterday, in Liberia benefits from one of his projects. Commonly, I think you remember the Carter Center in Monrovia. President Jimmy Carter passed away yesterday. Peace be to his ashes, to his family. Our condolences. Tough times for them at this time. It's really tough, Melbourne. Quite honestly speaking. So it's a tough time. A lot of things happening around the world. On the political side of things, yes, I read about that bridge. Very unfortunate. I hope the government would pay attention to it, because the people from these two counties need to connect. People need to do their businesses within dry seasons. Things need to happen. So I hope that will be prioritized. I really, really hope so. It's very unfortunate, but I'm also glad that we didn't hear anything about life being taken in the process. Which is a good sign, right? It's a good sign. So that we can thank God for that and be appreciated. But also on another note, also, we hope and pray that President Joseph Yuma Boaga gets invitation to President Donald Trump's inauguration. We're trying to follow up to see if he's gotten the invitation yet. We hope and pray so. If he doesn't get an invitation, then that's not a good sign. Maybe you understand, right? That is not a good sign for this administration. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that as well. Up until now, we haven't gotten anything official. Maybe they haven't yet. The mansion will let us know. We have been following, checking the executive mansion and other places to see if they got an invite, because the inauguration will be in the next 21 to 22 days. So that's 3 weeks from today. So we're hoping that they will get it. If they didn't get it, then if you get it, you will get it. You get it?
So if you don't get it, then forget it. But I hope and pray that you are saying, my brother, we are all praying, because this country is a country that will pray.
Let me be honest with you. If they don't get that invitation, a serious signal that is being sent. It's not a good signal. So let's bring on Monk really quick. Monk, what caught your attention really quick around the world? Greet our people so we can bring our guests. The guests will be off for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Social conversation. We have a lot of conversation with her. Then we delve straight into the politics of the day. But what say you, Monk? Monk, are you there?
Mom was born yesterday, so born for maybe mom for freezing.
You see how you let noise? You see how you let noise? Anyway, let's bring our guests on. We don't want to take much of your time.
Yeah, what up, guys? Oh, you got it. Oh, you got a guest on already.
No, go ahead, Monk. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
No, let the guest go ahead. I will join you later, maybe 5 minutes. You can go ahead.
Okay, quickly, let's bring in our guest. Melbourne, the guest is too far from the
Yeah, I think our producer is doing everything possible to bring the guest close to the camera. Please, Mr. Producer.
Yeah, the guest will be talking about social issues. You don't want to be too far. Yeah. Some of our men watching the social part, you never know. You understand? So the guest got to come closer to the camera, let the men see you and know what's going on. Because they guess that I see my man,
Actually, Steve, let me be frank. In fact, let me just give it out to her, because if I see one of the
man, that story.
You can give the deacon chance.
But you got Joseph Conto, you got Mustafa Balo, all them men looking for it. So what? By the way, welcome our guest. Welcome to the show. Precious, it says on the screen, Precious.
Yes.
Welcome. How are you today?
I'm okay, thank you. Sorry for the voice.
Yes. This is the first time on SKTV, right?
Yes.
Yes. Welcome to SKTV. Can you let us know who you are and what brought you onto the show today?
First of all, my name is Precious Femi Phillips, and I run the Precious Forum on Facebook, where I do matchmaking that lead to marriage. So my being here is to talk about marriage, about single, to get connected.
Okay. So let me see what in the my paper there. You here to talk about man and woman business.
I here to talk about man and woman business.
Thank you very much. Now you get into the issue. See that issue there. Look at me laughing at the thing when you left. That's my social coordinator that remember what time it is.
That's why you like. Don't put Melbourne into it. That's why you like.
You were chilling yesterday. I get your picture, bro. We thought I won't be close though. I By the way, folks, thank you for joining us. Let's share the show. We got Precious here with us. She will be with us for the next 30 minutes to 45 minutes, maybe to an hour till we take a break. Precious says she's here to talk about relationship, basically, and she has a platform that she runs on social media. Precious will get into the conversation, but let me ask you quickly this question. Your platform is on social media. Let me put it out there for disclaimer's sake. I think I've ran across your platform before. I think I've seen that somebody share your show or whatever it is. You know how social media is, and you see the person talking or whatever it is, right? So while we are delving into the conversation, my question now is, where are you located and where do you connect people into this whole relationship thing? Where do you connect people? Which part of the world?
First of all, I'm located in United Kingdom, and I connect people from every part of the world.
Okay. Well, folks, let me announce it to y'all. If you're looking for men, if you're looking for women, if men looking for you, or the men that you're looking for woman, the person who you're supposed to talk to, she's here today. Your man, woman, problem the way I can be bringing on this show here. The woman who responsible for it, she's here today. Your big woman here. So we'll open the line later, you might call her. But Pressure, why are we having this conversation? What brought you into this? What brought you into matchmaking or connecting people? And how did this come about?
First of all, I was into politics. Yes, I was into politics. I call myself the former president on social media. So I had a chat room where I used to talk to people, and I found this guy by the name of Jerome. So he's based in the United States. So because for his interaction with me, he was like, Precious, I think you can do this matchmaking because you have everything that a matchmaker need. So I was like, but somebody doing this show. And he said, no, but you in United Kingdom. So he inspired me to do it. And since
Okay. So Pressure, we brought on the show here before Melbourne and Mom come in. We let to tussle and tussle. So you matchmaking and you doing all the other one. Why if you go matchmake somebody, you get anything people can sign that if they go to the matchmaking and not work, nobody must sue you, nobody must pull you inside, or you just leave it with God.
No, first of all, I want to say a very big thank you to the Almighty God because for the time I've been been hosting the show, even though there were a lot of challenges, but because the people that I connect, they took me to be their own sister, their mother. So it's like I put myself into the connection so people don't take me anywhere. You know, it's just that when you fake, we spoil the whole team. Everybody go their separate way.
So wait, Pressure, wait now. Because that's the secret part there. That is
Wow.
secret part there. You see that the part there. So that means the whole thing is not 100% guarantee.
100% guarantee. That's why I put my time into it.
Oh,
100%.
Okay, but then Monk, that you now on phone go to Melbourne because it will not be easy today. They show looking like it will be noisy.
It will be ginger today from what I'm listening to. But that's good. That's the beauty of SKTV, and welcome for coming on the show. We're talking social issue today, so we'll be listening. I guess you are the expert. You've been in this business for long, and I know there was a need, there was some gap that you think needs to be filled. That's why you decided to tread this path and transition from politics. So I'm all ears. We got our notepad and our pen here to take some notes from the expert. So I will give you the platform and we'll keep listening. Maybe we'll get a couple of questions that if follow you go into the topic. For me, I love listening to people asking questions. So I will give you the platform back and you can just keep going. And then we'll ask you when we have some major questions.
Okay, Melbourne, you now, what say you too? What's your question?
The bishop.
Well, so the same team, I think she better to a little bit explain how the connection process look like, who are those people that can be connected, because there are a lot of single people out there. In fact, how she can do it. Then before we can ask maybe one or two questions moving forward. So myself, I could call with more that in the beginning we ask any question, I'll be like, So my pressure, the way my brother just started already, Steve, is simple English female on the platform. So the way it started, myself, I want to join you and say, we'll bring it down to our people so that they can understand exactly as to what we hear and what we're talking about when it comes to men and women business, because these are major things that make family life to be better. So we'll explain a little bit how people can get connection, how people can be connected.
Okay, first of all, I got a page on Facebook. It's called Precious Forum. All you need to do is to follow the show. I go live every Friday and Saturday. And I also have a chat room. The chat room is called Let's Meet and Marry. And we have another one called Marriage is Beautiful. So once you go through Facebook, you search Precious Forum, you're going to see me there. I go live almost, let's just say, every Friday and Saturday. So, and my number is on the page. And you have to go there, introduce yourself, make sure you're working or doing business. Yeah. So Pressure. Yeah.
So Pressure, while you were talking, something came to my mind. So the whole marriage here now, in our own time here, without buying pig in bed. So how that other married being a war now? Because let's say, for example, somebody all the way in Liberia, and they start their funny people, they no disrespect to anybody. So men, they only funny men, they let it be with another man, but then they can be acting like the real man. So how that whole thing can work now for you to say the person in Liberia and the other person on the side, and then I want Bappy in bed. What is going on? How do we work around our other department? What we do now?
First of all the pigs that you have been buying, what are doing?
Hello.
There's a thing called connection. If you meet somebody, there's a connection that will be there. And if you are communicating with somebody almost every day, I'm talking about long hours, the connection is going to be there. So I have connected so many people from different countries that they have married, and they kept that connection. So it can happen.
So your own connection and what you can do.
Yeah.
You can do it with black people and white people, black Liberian person, Gio and Mano, tribe and tribe. I ain't looking now. I won't want no to.
First of all, it's for everybody, especially it's for Liberians, it's for, let's just say, African. It's for African. But if white people can't find, I would be grateful. But I've never connected white people.
Oh, so you not put black guy and white men together before you?
No, I have never. I'm the only person I'm married to white men.
Wait. They're kind of breaking news when you're giving it. You can't be brought to give it. Slow down. So what the other party you say, Jenna? What the one you say, Jenna? Because I kept my inbox here. Some people that asking me, they pressure who do no connection. And why if I won't connect with her? Somebody just send me that.
So what about you?
Somebody send me message and say they pressure who talking that day. What if I want her to connect herself with me?
The person is highly connected and in love.
Okay. Oh, so you looking for other people to love, but you yourself you're not available to love.
No, I'm married. This is why I'm doing the show.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Thank you for so I won't call any brother, but you following the show. You pressure say no vacancy, brother. So you must rest your body. Okay. Mom, any question for pressure before we go a little further?
For me, the first question I will ask is, are you married, and how long you been married for when it comes to matchmaking? Because for me, I want to understand the business model here, or what actually motivated you, the passion, the reason why you decided to try this path. But that's my first question for now, and then we can go into the business model, because there are so many matchmaking websites out there today, and people got their vision and their dream as to why they want to matchmake people. Like when you go to match.com, one of their fundamental premise is the idea that people are too busy. They don't have time to go out there. Some people are not into the social life. So They look for partners to blend in together. So what would be your business model? I mean, like, what actually got you into this thing? Because some people can say, okay, maybe she's just doing it to find people who are less fortunate to travel overseas. It could be something like more of her or DV from a relationship standpoint. But what would be your passion, or what actually drew you into this particular idea of matchmaking? And I want to know, because the reason I asked, I'm not trying to be personal or know about your personal life, but people learn from experiences. So at least for someone who married and you've been in marriage for a particular number of years, then you can speak on the issue. Then you have the authority to talk on that issue. So that would be my first two questions for now.
Yes, I'm married, and I've been married for 9 years.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, so my involvement in connection is all because myself got connected through, myself got married through connection. So I feel that I could do that to help other people find their
Other
destiny.
people.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Steve, go
Wow.
ahead.
So pressure.
Yes.
The question coming. So let me ask you the other question here, Mama. So the whole marriage thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
You can charge any money inside, anybody not get you money before for it?
No.
So you nobody money inside?
When you talk about eating somebody money, people don't give me money to connect them. People gave me money, like today I'm in the studio, right? It's one of my daughter who sent me here. So you see.
Okay. So one of your daughter, wait, let me get it clear. One of your daughter that you connected?
Exactly. She's married.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay. This is for the daughter, then they're getting successful, they're doing things for you too.
Yeah, that's what we're praying for.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so pressure. Let me ask you another question. Since you've been doing this whole match connection thing, how many years now it's been? And then what has been the most challenging thing that you face in doing this whole thing here?
I started the show 2021.
Okay.
Yes, up to now. And when I first started the show, to be honest, I had so many fake people coming. Even married people were coming into the forum. Until I started posting people on Facebook before it stopped.
Wait down. That will take it easy. Before you go any on this one, we'll let her get the information clear. So you been spacing on people?
Oh yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
More year. So that you can take a picture and put it outside and be bringing noise in the time?
When you talk about bringing noise on the time, I take my time to go on Facebook to look for single people that are ready. So if you have your relationship, what come to hurt other people?
Okay. No, I mean, I just asking what, as we getting the question, we'll be asking there. So you are saying you the matchmaker, you the investigator, and you the exposer
Everything. My CCTV, every part of the world. I'm running that channel alone.
Oh.
Yeah, we can dig deeper.
Okay. I mean, that's not bad. That's what you say.
Yeah.
So, but then we go a little bit into it now because you are saying something again. You say you can expose fake people that will come and go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I wanted to clarify that pathway.
No, I said I do post people on Facebook because when I first started the show, there were a lot of fake people. I think people are looking for opportunity. They thought my chat room was just to hurt other people. So people were married and they were coming.
Okay.
You see? So when we started posting people on the page, that's when it reduced because there is no way you're going to get connect from my page. You don't go on Facebook.
Okay. So in your own connection, what you can do in America or in Europe or any other place, and they can call certain thing they call blind date. You can put that one inside too?
All right, there is nothing that blind date. It's something that just how you can go in the market, you see somebody 11 year change number. Now how the child looking. They plenty that are 200 plus.
Okay. So you can judge case too in there too? You can
Too much.
So then your man bring it here, that cover it here.
I tell you, my head can precious. Yeah.
Jesus. Well, my people that are there, we come and try to open the line so the librarian can ask you questions and maybe some people from America can ask. As the question coming to here to ourselves, we'll turn it over to you.
Yes, indeed. So before we go to the line or before we maybe transition, let me just ask our sister a few questions quickly.
Please.
So with all of the anyway, let me talk the ribbon. But so all of the talking you're doing with the entire connection thing and you're down. I think you come for season, right? You come for season break?
Not really. I can't see my father's grave.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So since you're still here, is there any maybe some people knocking at your door and saying, "Oh, our sister is here. In fact, sister, this person and myself, we try connecting, but maybe saying yeah, now you can help us to double up." Is that or a follow-up question also to that would be like, so time for for example, do you also put maybe people who are struggling together and time for their wedding? Will you people help them maybe in getting married or
For the Precious Forum, I would tell you we don't help people. This is why we look for people that are working and doing business. Because first of all, we Liberians, we talk a lot. So I would advise people, if you find your relationship, you and your partner, you'll be able to work as a team to marry yourself. You understand? Instead of me coming to be begging other people for money to say, oh, this person coming get married. No. Because I know we Liberian people, we're good at talking. So no, I don't support. We don't support.
wonderful? So with I can give so with all of the thing, I think it's just all about sincerity because I overhear you talking about some of the people, sometimes you post them just because of lack of sincerity. So because there are some sincere people out there who are genuinely looking for relationship, but because of the lot of fake people like my brother Steve are talking about, there are more than the group. So what's the time frame like for example, if Melbourne want to date somebody, how long you people take maybe for you to accept them for time, and when it don't work out, what can happen next?
First of all, it's not a matter of me thinking. It's a matter of the two. You
Okay.
understand? Because if me and the Brazilian we are talking, from our conversation, we're gonna know where that relationship is gonna lead. So it doesn't matter for the length. If I meet him today, we want to get married next month, I will do it. It's from our conversation and our capability. So I don't think it's a.
So pressure. What the line is getting up to come on. Let me ask you the question. So the thing, the whole relationship been here is looking like it's sticky because you say when they put them come together. First of all, it's all people them who working. So that people them who get money putting together, not both people them.
My man, who will buy a ring? The thing
Me, I
about
just
marriage
asking.
now. Who will buy a ring? Like a book will buy a ring?
Okay. All right. So that way, because wait. Because I play the question coming here a little
There you
sticky.
go.
You know, some of our friend there, our sister, our brother there, they in Africa.
Mm.
Some of our sister, our brother there, we on the other side too. We in the diaspora. The other people, maybe they're not working, they're not get job. You think it's fair to all two for you to connect those who working and get job to somebody who not working and get job? You're not in a liability issue there?
My man, that's why the pressures for we don't do liability. You as a woman, you have to be working, or men should be working.
Okay.
So
That's it.
the two partner need to be working. Because our generation right now, all at those days when we used to sit home and wait for a husband to bring food. Yeah. So that's it. You don't do liability. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll let you hear from the people before we go for the.
They're not commenting them, they're just so interested.
No, pressure the minute.
Yeah, man.
You know, the last question somebody asked me to ask you,
Yeah.
if you would change your mind,
So what?
Yeah.
that whole thing when you were talking earlier, whether you were joking that you married, so the minute say, can you ask pressure to change your mind?
Okay.
My man, don't pray for my goose to go back on stock.
Hey,
I struggle.
I see that. Let me text it to them now. Gentlemen, are you there?
So Joseph Control and
I got a question.
Yeah, ask
I
pressure.
do have another question to Madam Pressure. Madam Pressure, when you are matchmaking, right? You say you got your relationship from matchmaking, so I guess you got experience to speak from that and other people from connection, right? I thought that's what you said initially.
Okay, from a friend, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you got a connection for a friend, and you decided to embark on this journey about matchmaking and helping single individuals out there, be it male or female, you try to matchmake. So what do you look for in an individual before you can either consider? Because when you're doing matchmaking, you can just take any two and put them together. We know how the difficulties allowing maintaining your relationship. We know how tough it is because you're talking about lifetime partnership, you're talking about marriage here. So what are some of the attribute or characteristic you must first see in an individual before even considering matchmaking?
First
What do
of
you
all,
look for?
I'm just like John the Baptist. You understand? I'm
Okay.
just there to pave the road. I open the chat room for single people. So from the communication, when two people are communicating, from there you're going to know what that person is going to be. It's not me. It's just that I just opened this forum. If you and I are talking, there are some qualities that I'm going to see in you before I get connected to you. So our pressures don't have nothing unless you want me to play a role like maybe you found Peter, you like Peter, and you want me to go and find out if Peter is really interested in you.
Okay.
But it's not me
All
saying,
right.
come and take this person. You understand?
All right, let me just follow up, Steve, before you come in. Just 1 second here. So technically, what you are saying, you are only providing the platform, but you are not totally involved in the process. So you look at single people, you bring them on a platform through a chat room, or in, whatsoever technology you use, and they can take it out for that. You are not responsible for their personality profile, what you look for in the husband, what you look for in the man. So you are the almost like the neotech of the relationship, because we just had some organization that went to Liberia in the name of bringing students overseas. So you are just providing the platform and
Yeah.
the technology here by matchmaking people, but you are not the one that into their individual characteristic, what a man look for in a woman or what a woman look for in a man. Your job is to just bring those two together or create an environment or platform that they can all interact, and people will take their own responsibility. So whether you get a bad person out there, you are lucky to get a good person to matchmake with, it's up to them. You are not involved. You are just the middle link between
No,
individuals. All right.
no. Sometimes I do get involved, like if they are not understanding certain things, and then the two will come to me.
Oh.
What do you mean
You
when you're understanding
understand?
something? Yeah,
Yeah,
Steve,
like
you
for
break that
example,
one
if the person
for
has certain attitude, like maybe the
okay.
person is begging for data, the person is hungry, no leg, all the funny
Oh,
things. These are red
I
flags
like
to
that
come in
example
there.
though. That
Oh,
data and the person being hungry. That's why I asked from the beginning.
first, I was not working with pressure, but it looked like
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
with pressure. Because
uh-huh.
the criteria that she laying down, it will help our brother then, and will help our sister then to put themselves together.
Yes.
So that basically what you're saying, let me
Mm.
tell our papa then too, who can be hustling too, because they think that I only know people inside. So Oma then
Mhm.
hustling, talking so. If you can be begging for data in your whole rent, that
Yes.
ain't the one she inside.
No way.
That ain't the one she here for. If you passing around and saying your children in school fee not like that, they not like that, and you are not you hungry, that a. Then I pressure.
That is.
Yeah. So maybe open the line, yeah, I'll put them
And
who.
one more thing, most of them will come to me, oh precious, help me, I want travel. This place is not a traveling agent or agency.
Okay,
You can
I
go
got
play with
that.
somebody's hat.
My man, I
Yeah,
said,
I
but
love the disclaimer of what pressure is saying,
Yeah.
because people will really
that's it.
people will always
Mhm.
want to abuse things, and she don't want to be
Yeah.
involved in that
No.
aspect,
Yeah.
because some people think that it's an economic opportunity for them to travel, because pressure is in the UK and she will
Yeah.
be bringing more people from overseas. So some of them, I love that disclaimer, and I think you are going the right way
Yeah.
in that
So
regard.
that
Yeah,
means
man.
my people vote to the fuck call. Pressure say if you hungry, go to your power, your mom.
They produce just yeah.
She not say come to her or go over man to get you food to eat. If
Yes.
you want to go to the party or if you want travel, she not looking for somebody to get you paper to travel.
No.
If you working, you see what money person and you want to put yourself together, you looking for somebody to settle with, and I the one you talking about.
Now it's talking about
And then somebody who is asking for data and put money on my phone. No, that funny thing will not only.
Well,
Thank you.
077-285-961. That's
Yeah,
the number to
and
call.
that is
Today
so
we
cool, man.
have our sister here from the Precious Forum, which of course is the connection group, or those of you who are single, like my brother. I don't want to call him name, well, even though he fought him a Digon title. 077-285-961. That's the
No, she will not do that.
Hello? Hello, go ahead. Your name and for where you are. All right, go ahead, Williams. Self pressure. Wait. All right. Self pressure. Hello. Self pressure. I want you to please stay focused so that you can hear your people. And how you going to do it? Because someone just called the person they want to be connected. Is there any maybe we should send it where?
just send it to the Precious Forum.
Okay.
But
All
I
right.
can
Good.
call my number just in case.
All right. Good. All right. So today,
Yes.
caller,
So
good
when
evening.
person will respond to them, she will provide all the information and details.
Good evening to the team there in the US. This is Fred Smarter.
Okay.
And
Go
good
ahead,
evening
Fred.
to you, mother-in-law.
Yes. Go ahead, Fred. We're getting you. Yes. Go ahead. We're getting you.
Okay, so great. There are some things, my colleague from the states posed to Precious concerning how she carried on in making people have a relationship. These things work for not just Liberians; they work for everyone that want to take on a relationship. You see, with the pressure forum, is not just like bringing partners together. It's a counseling class and all. People
wow.
go to that particular forum to learn from there how to take care of their relationships. There are more young folks this time or these days entering relationship and breaking up from marriage in no time. And this forum is there to help them. That's why you see a bulk of Liberians in and out of Liberia across the world follow her on the social media. Now you may want to ask me, Bomba Fred, why are you talking in the
because
forum?
Yes, indeed.
I knew you wanted to go that route. She has not. I'm not connected with her daughters.
So are you one of the success story?
That's why I want to say I'm not part of the success story.
Okay.
But I'm a very distinct and great follower of her platform.
Oh, okay.
The reason I does that is because there are more people come with too many situations, and to see a young lady like that helping them out in those situations, especially with counseling, it means a whole lot. So that's why we call her our mother-in-law.
All right.
And that's why we try to bring her to the platform like this.
All right. Thank you so much. 077 285
I said I meant hustling. You know, you get
077 285 961. That man, he may like to be one of the success.
My man, that man, you know, hustling.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Mohammed.
Yeah, I want to know
the age range. The age range, right?
Okay. So after that.
All right, thank you so much. So she respond to all of the callers and also the number. Hello? Hello? Yeah, go ahead, man. Your name and from where you join us?
My name is Joshua.
Go ahead, Joshua.
Yeah, really, I want to be connected.
All right, no problem. She's going to show you where to go, and the website is Pressure Forum. Thank you. Keep a call coming 077 285. Look, the woman you call to, you're gonna be connected. There's an open area, there's a free area. You call in if you want to be connected. It's very, very easy. Only your character. 077 285 961. That's the number to call right here on the SKTV show. Yeah, this evening we have our sister from the Pressure Forum.
Before you get the next call, and then Pressure will respond to some of the callers. I just want to let our brother and our sister to know when you call, no shame in the thing. If you're looking for a woman, just okay, you move. Just speaking to people, start talking. You were scared of woman when you're scared of men. Yeah,
man. Just say I single. I'm looking for it. It's simple.
Yeah,
man. See what your person says.
Yeah.
My brother Steve. You just talking way low. No need.
But the minute scared to call. The minute scared to call to them.
See what 777 285 961. That's the number. The line
today,
is linking back to
we banjo it. Okay.
Hello, how you doing, Chief? Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us?
Yeah, this is Victor Kamaka speaking from St. Otto Street to be precise.
Wonderful. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, I want to be connected. I don't put the means.
All right.
So, and I just turn off my radio and I listen to the conversation.
All right, good. So she will show you the direction how you can be part of it. Yeah.
Okay, but I don't know if you will call me back or.
Thank you, listening.
All right, so just check for Pressure Forum. That is the Facebook page. Just check for Pressure Forum, and she's gonna add you in the chat room. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Pressure,
yes. Pressure. PRECROUS. Precious.
Okay, Pressure Forum.
Okay. So this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, how are you, guys?
I'm okay. Thank God. Your name and from where you join us?
Yeah. I'm Sarah Bashu. I want to get connected.
You say who?
over.
Oh, okay, that's good. You want to? Okay, good. So, follow the
Woman talking there,
website.
brother. The women are
Call
also
Mama. Thank you. You're the woman. Your call. So it's Precious Forum. Okay. So let's call. Good evening. Thank God. No politics. You get woman get married. Man. Go ahead.
You meet me?
Yeah, thank you, my brother.
I'm single, but I'm feeling like this is a prejudiced platform. So it's so prejudiced. So I don't want to be connected anyway. But I want to know the baseline of the shop. Because, you know, there's a kind of society that almost like 85% of many don't have jobs. So we do also. So I want to know the kind of job that they will be requesting for, whether hustlers
Go to the next person.
All right. But you know, when we connected, then you want to know what kind of job I give, man. Yeah, man. Don't waste our time. Hello? You know, yeah, hello.
Who's holding the line for people who looking for a woman and man? You see, y'all?
Thank you, Rebecca, for joining us, Mama. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to be connected.
All right. So the forum is Precious Forum, okay? And she will tell you people, and she will call our local number here in Liberia, okay? All right, good. So that's it. You want me connected? You talk to. Hello?
You know what man? You want to be? Yeah.
No, she paid it to you.
Okay. Oh, they have people will take it to the where?
Yeah, I want to be connected.
All right, thank you. So she will tell you which way to go. They Steve people, then they left Steve people. Hello?
We gotta go to politics. Nobody's too bad.
Yeah. And if I gotta go for the news, hello? Oh, the women are serious.
Hey, Pressure, somebody running for public office. The whole matchmaking thing.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you. We not be bold. No, Steve, I think I can't Steve for talking like what. Be bold. Hello to that scholar. Yeah, we okay. Thank God. Social time. We coming enter 2025. Don't be single forever. You say? Well,
the message
yeah, we're not getting you. Hello? Yeah, you are last caller quickly because we have probably about 8 more minutes to go. Go ahead. Okay.
I'm interested, I want to be connected, but then further asking a question if there is a specific job or individual.
No, my job is right now. Thank you.
Thank you, quickly, before we go to Precious to address them, and then we you know, maybe get parting comment from Precious for today, and then we'll have reaction from the rest of the panelists. I just wanted to say this to all of us, folks. This is a perfect opportunity. Can't yet see the two. Some of all will be going to church on New Year Eve tomorrow night. You will be shouting in the church. I see a blessing coming. You get blessing where you can argue with blessing. You ready here? Pressure Toya. The people they're not sonning.
Don't mind it. Second first. Don't mind the people. When I say be doing something, just be doing something. It doesn't matter whether maybe you're working in the prime minister office or what. Even you pushing wheelbarrow, but just be, independent. That's it. You can be roasting fish, you can be selling coal, but just be doing something for yourself, respect. That's all.
So somebody asked about the age limit too. Can you please clarify that too?
Yeah, first of all, for the men, I take from 26 up. Men that are ready.
Oh. So wait.
26 at the enemy line.
The president said something else. Pressure get trouble. Pressure let no. No, Pressure, hold on now. So you try to say about people who 18, 19, who possibly they won't make it in there, and a serious money. You said they don't make it?
No, mommy, I try that to you, not easy. I want people that are ready. I don't want boyfriend and girlfriend here.
Okay.
So my please call your local number. Even though Chiseku, this is one of our followers. In fact, she's speaking to you, but maybe you just think about the connection from it. And people somebody comment and say, well, so we don't want to be connected. So please speak to your follower. This is one of your strong follower.
Seku no.
Then for me, if I want to be connected, I will you know me, I'm Maningo, I'm Muslim, man. I won't get full.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
So
much.
if you can't still full there, I can get connected.
Thank you. See the idea level. So understand the whole territory. But Precious, please provide your numbers or how they can connect with you or contact you.
First of all, you have to follow the Precious Forum on Facebook. And then my Liberian number would be 088 7630831. And my international number will be +44 793 10 27 936.
See what a Liberian number because I don't want to know why I'll be here. Serious
088 7630831.
Your will pressure leave for the show before your call. No, your woman man been harbor, your gay or chance. Yeah, ma, your way. Pressure not running away, you're slow down. So Precious.
Yeah.
Truly speaking, I want to say thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We hope to do this again. Because as we enter the new year, we have decided that we'll provide education however we can help our people. So you are more than welcome. You know, anytime, feel free. If you still want to kind of talk politics too, you're welcome.
No.
We'll be open to you, but it's good having you. What do you say as your parting comment? And what say you?
First of all, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for bringing me on your show. And thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Zia for giving me the opportunity to be here. And for those callers, I want you to come being serious. Okay, because the platform is just for those that want to get married, because we got 14 wedded couples in 3 years' time. So please, I want you to come real. Don't think that you're coming because Precious is in the United Kingdom. So you can come to say, oh, Precious, I want women in America, I want women in Australia. It don't work with my platform. So come real. What are you sleeping on a mattress? Come. You don't know. Your destiny helper could be through your partner like me. My destiny helper is my husband. So if it can work for me, it can work for you too. So I want honest people to come to this platform. That's all. You don't have to pay anything. Just come be real with yourself.
Okay. Thank you so much. Maybe first of all, Monk, to you, anything to Pressure before she leaves?
Well, the only thing that Pressure, I think she should find time maybe to reappear on SKTV, whether she's in the UK or in Liberia. And it go to the broader audience of SKTV. We got our own New Year resolution that we want to revamp the show. We want to make it as diverse as possible. So we'll be looking to hear from people, a lot of experts, whether you're into health, because SKTV going into the new year, I don't know where Mr. Canning got planned when it comes to restructuring, but we want to diversify the topics. Not everybody into the day-to-day politics. There will always be time for politics, but people who are into relationship, people who are into health, people who are into spirituality and other things, they are most welcome to come on this platform and to help grow the audience and make this platform the place to be on radio in Liberia. That's the dream of SKTV, and that will be the New Year resolution. Diversity and incorporating a lot of people with great idea that can be a help to the society. You know, you got so many ways you can help society, not only in politics, but also health, relationship, and other meaningful things in life. So thanks for showing up on the platform again. I really admire your courage and the kind of journey you choose to tread. I mean, you say 14 marriages. That's a success story, and I believe there will be more to come because there are people who are out there who are desperate for long-lasting and successful relationships. So this platform open anytime you want to reach out to SKTV. That's it.
So my people, all the things we talk here today before Pressure leave out for to go to the news bulletin. Pressure, if you're looking for man, call Pressure. If you're looking for a woman, call Pressure. She will put pressure there so you can get a man and a woman. All that yelling you can be doing, that time now for you to connect yourself. So just call Pressure your toy boy. Please don't call on the show tomorrow and say, oh, that man, woman, baby, tomorrow talking Steve condemning. That's my error. And I'm making error, and I say error, that Pressure error. Don't we'll beg you. We'll come and get in politics. Don't call it on and say, I wanted to call what Pressure and Pressure going. You all go on Pressure page, Pressure forum. You all find out there. Thank you so much. As we'll be
Thank you.
transitioning straight to the news bulletin. Maybe I think we're going to news bulletin, right? We'll be transitioning to the news bulletin, and then when we
Yep.
get back, folks, we'll talk a lot of politics.
Yes,
We
indeed. So you can
politics.
hold on a little bit. You people can hold on while do transition for the news bulletin.
Yes. So, Mr. Cannibal,
Steve,
yes.
Honorable Yoga Colbert here. I'm going to say hi to all of you. The message is greeting to all of you. We're not coming on the show. You don't want to call calling me.
No, but tell him, man.
It may say he resting his belly. It may say you want to talk politics. You call and say hi to you. But when you're talking social thing, you want to talk social thing, you must just say hello.
But tell him, man, one of the
The man not in the country.
The man getting ready for the new year. The man recharging for the new year.
Tell him, man, walk on
Oh,
in.
my God.
Walk on in.
Man say he's resting his belly.
Yeah, but Mr. Kane, what say you? Because we're transitioning to the politics. What say you? What's going on? I mean, from a political standpoint, what do you see? What say you?
Well, everything is fine. I think Joe Biden, in control of their government. They're in control of the country. They're using our money the way they want to use it. And we agree. So everything is good.
Interesting. Mark, what say you?
In terms of what? I mean, international story, what happened in politics back home. I
Anything.
mean, when the two, anything. I mean, when the thing I observe, I mean, the United States is mourning, like you talk about the late President Carter, and the issue about that young man being stoned to death. And I think the ITI bridge in Sando County, that link, I think some part of Riverside and Sando, I think they say that bridge has been destroyed and it's going to be a lot of economic challenges because that bridge is a major transit way or transportational pathway into the county. You know, it's already tough in the southeastern region when it comes to road conditions. So talk about bridge going down. It will
Yeah.
take them years, especially when you have an irresponsible government that can now put up priorities in place. So I guess feel sorry for the people of Riverside and Sando County because it will get a lot difficult. Team pressure will escalate because transportation is a major issue when it comes to moving goods and services. So things will just get even tougher than why it is already in the southeastern region. And one thing you say, I mean, you were following the issue with President Carter. When you read President Carter had a very fascinating story. To live until you are 100 years, that alone is a blessing all by itself. It's not an easy thing now, especially in the day and age, to cross the 100 mark. But when it comes to his presidency, President Carter was not lucky when it comes to the presidency. He inherited a lot of situations that he was one of the presidents that went out of office with the lowest approval rating. But guess what? He took that and turned it into something positive on a global scale. President Carter had an issue about inflation and the job, and he had a bad economy. The one that broke his administration was the Iranian hostage crisis, when a bunch of students seized the American embassy and took 50 American hostages in their embassy. And the funny thing was, President Carter wanted to go the diplomatic route, but as things went on, they miscalculated. There was a problem between his State Department and his national security advisor, who they call Cyrus Vance. Cyrus Vance said, you know what, the most we can do with these religious students is to take it on a diplomatic route. But as time went by, can you imagine holding American hostages for more than 440 plus days? It was
So,
tough on the administration. Yeah.
Mark, we'll hold your thought there as we go to the news bulletin really quick so that then we'll come back, please. Is that okay with you?
Oh, yeah, I'm cool.
Okay. Milburn will have to give us some volume there.
No, but the person giving the news is muted. That's why. Maybe we just need to unmute the person. Maybe you got to unmute that person giving the news.
President Joe Biden, the Carter family, and the people of the United States of America on the death of former U.S. President Jimmy Carter. President Carter, who served as the 39th President of the United States from 1977 to 1981, was renowned for his unwavering commitment to human rights, democracy, and humanitarian efforts worldwide. His post-presidential endeavors, particularly through the Carter Center, have left an incredible mark on global health and peace initiatives, especially in Liberia. His death was announced by President Joe Biden earlier Monday, reflecting on President Carter's legacy. President Barker said former President Carter's dedication to promoting peace and human dignity resonates deeply with the values Liberian holds dear, adding his efforts in achieving democracy and human rights have been a beacon of hope for many nations, including Liberia. According to an executive mansion release, the bond between Liberia and the United States has been historically significant, with leaders like President Carter playing pivotal role in fostering diplomatic relations and supporting Liberia's journey towards peace and sustainability. The regional organization ECOWAS and the continental body, the African Union, have reportedly endorsed Liberia's candidacy for the non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council. Speaking in an interview with VOA Nightline Africa during the weekend, that's the weekend, Foreign Minister Sarah Beslo Yanti disclosed that Guinea-Bissau and Nigeria have both backed off in order for Liberia to ascend to the global decision-making body. She added that Liberia has never ascended to such global decision-making body since the late early 1960s, and the rest of the global community can benefit from Liberia's experience. Meanwhile, Liberia and the Millennium Challenge Corporation have not reached any agreement to give Liberia 500 million United States dollars, as it is widely reported. According to Liberia's foreign minister, whatever MCC and Monrovia will agree will in long way assist the arrest agenda of the president. The newly constructed RTR bridge in Riverside County that links Riverside and Sino and other parts of southeastern Liberia has collapsed. According to reports from the county, the incident occurred on Monday when a load bear carrying an excavator broke into the bridge, causing its failure. The incident occurred barely a week after it was reopened to the public following months of extensive work by the Ministry of Public Works. Meanwhile, residents have expressed concern about the impact of the bridge current situation, noting it will hinder the region's transportation network. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Public Works has expressed grave concerns regarding the collapse of the Atia Bridge, which has undergone extensive repair by the ministry's bridge units. In a press release, the ministry said it is grateful that no lives were lost in the incident. It remains deeply troubled by the unfortunate development, according to Public Works Minister's press release. Earlier in November, the Atia Bridge faced severe overflooding and unusual vibrations, raising concerns about the structural integrity and prompting the ministry to intervene. The release quotes the ministry as saying damaged components were replaced and the structure underwent a thorough inspection by the ministry before being deemed fit for relaunch. Meanwhile, the ministry has expressed great disappointment over the collapse of the bridge due to the passage of a load bed carrying an excavator and an act that frequently violated the established tonnage regulations. The General Overseer of the Ministry of Truth Incorporated Judah Assembly Church of that's on the Boudreaux Island, Reverend Dr. John D. Munger wants to see Liberians united more in 2025 for the common good of the ordinary Liberians. In an exclusive interview, Reverend Dr. John Munger noted that the citizens have suffered as a result of personal and power greed by national leaders. He called on the House of Representatives to put their differences aside and focus on the future of the country and its citizens. According to him, a divided nation cannot move anyway. As such, there is a need that leaders come together and think about the country and its citizens. A one-day meeting aimed at taking stock on the activities of the Grassroots Pastors Association of Liberia in the year 2024 has ended on a day that's day one with adoption of a two-count resolution calling on President Boakai to launch an open door policy in order to encourage more investors to come to the country. Speaking in an interview with the station shortly after the meeting, the president and founder of the association, Reverend Dr. George Zubar, disclosed that members of the organization believes that the open door policy, which was once launched by the late President William B. Stuttman, will open the country to investors. The meeting also encouraged the government to address causes of the prolonged closure of the University of Liberia so as to allow young people to obtain education. If you're just joining us, you're listening to 15 minutes of news from the News and Current Affairs Department of Renaissance Communications Incorporated. This news program is powered by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. In more development, the Director General of the Internal Audit Agency of Liberia, David Cannon, has highlighted the achievement of the agency this year. Speaking Monday on state radio, Kama said a total of 12 special audits, which signify the fight against financial malpractices, were conducted by the agency in 2024. The RAA Director General explained that the move aligns with the entity's compliance measures, which aim to ensure accountability in the use of public funds. He revealed that each institution that was affected by the agency audit received a copy of the audit report, which with recommendations for further action, noting that the report has been included in the overall audit report for onward submission to the president. The RAA boss also boasted of an increase in compliance in the number of internal audits, which signify development across government ministries and agencies. The Liberian academic community in the diaspora has stepped efforts aimed at encouraging President Joseph Boakai to appoint Dr. John Wulu as president of the University of Liberia. The former vice president at the University of Liberia, Dr. James Taped, who is also a former Liberian ambassador to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, disclosed that there is an array of academicians in the United States and Australia willing to contribute to the manpower development of the University of Liberia. Speaking in an interview with reporters from the United States, Dr. Tabet added that President Boakai's names will go down in history if he can make the UL an institution of excellence not only in West Africa, but on the African continent and the global community. And away from Liberia, a Chinese court has sentenced two teenagers over the death of their classmates in March. The teens in Hebei province, identified only by their surname, Zheng and Li, were 13 years old when they conspired to kill their classmates, Wang, and split his money between them. After attacking Wang with a shovel, they buried him in an abandoned vegetable greenhouse, the court said in a statement on Monday, adding that their mentors were especially cruel and circumstances especially bad. The teenagers were sentenced to life imprisonment and 12 years imprisonment, respectively. To end this newscast, a recap of the top stories we have been following. President Joseph Boakai has extended heartfelt condolences to President Joe Biden, the Carter family, and the people of the United States of America on the death of former U.S. President Jimmy Carter. The regional organization ECOWAS and the continental body, the African Union, have reportedly endorsed Liberia's candidacy for the non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council. The newly constructed RTI bridge in Riverside County that links Riverside to Sino and other parts of southeastern Liberia has collapsed. And away from Liberia, a Chinese court has sentenced two teenagers to lifetime imprisonment over the death of their classmates in March. That's the bulletin of news. Abena Kisa Robert presenting.
Well, folks, we'll be bringing the rest of the team back here as we engage into the conversation. Milborn, I'm not sure what we are hearing, but I want to, just before you update us on what we're hearing from Liberia, another fire outbreak. I wanted to ask Sekou and Monk this question. Since we're talking about Liberia here, so Sekou and Monk, what would it mean if the Liberian president does not get an invitation to President Donald Trump's inauguration? Does that mean that a new administration in the United States, would there be a signal that they're not willing to work with them? What would it mean?
Well, I don't know. This issue most of the time they happen on the State Department level from through the embassy. That's why you got ambassador. So it's not like the president of America will go to all 50 African countries. So I don't know the relationship now with the Baka administration and how the embassy or the current U.S. ambassador. I don't know the relationship but it's most of the time when it comes to the issue of diplomacy, it's mostly on historical level. Even if the new administration in the U.S. is not leaning in the path of the relationship between Liberia and America, but the diplomatic ties, the history, and all those stuff. So I think you will still be given an invitation, but the way things happening over there, the way that this government is proceeding, I really don't know. I can place a bet on them because I don't think the people in Liberia themselves are happy. Let's talk about the U.S. government. And in terms of foreign policy, no, I don't think so. Because it's one thing when it comes to the two parties in America got a very diametrically opposed when it comes to foreign policy. One group they believe in interventionism, and other people believe in the thing they call isolationism. So when it comes to conservative and democratic idea, when it comes to foreign policy, if you are not in alignment with their policy, my brother, forget it. You can operate on the historical and diplomatic side, but when it comes to that one-on-one personal relationship, no, that's a whole different thing. It all depends who's in power. That's why you see when you go back in history, you see one of the reasons President Bush became the most popular president in Africa of all U.S. president history. It was because the same Millennium Challenge when it came about, where they had to put certain measure in place that would not just give you money. There are things that you must do in your country to meet certain conditions before you can get money from the United States. And guess what? That policy became popular, and that how Bush was able to spend the most amount when it comes to infrastructure, healthcare, education. No other president in the history of America matched President Bush because he was very straight on that when it came to his policy. So I don't expect anything coming from the Trump administration and Joseph Biden because the way things happening on ground, all the rigmarole, all the corruption and sanction, maybe he just might experience the same fate as the Weah administration. That's how I see it.
Mr. Kane, I'm not sure if Mr. Kane is still connected, but Monk, and folks, those of you watching, this is in no way, shape, or form saying that SKTV is wishing that the Joseph Yuma Boakato's administration does not get an invitation. We are just asking the needful question, being proactive to have some of these conversations. What would that mean from a diplomatic standpoint? Especially, we proclaim always that America is our odious ally. These are facts, right? President takes over, one of the way you want to know that, they solidify the relationship with you or whatever it is, you're in good books, they send you signals, like Monk said, through the embassy, through the State Department. They will send you an invitation to the inauguration, with an open arm, saying, we got this going. But if they don't, especially in the case of Liberia, then it could be an indirect signal as well. It could be signaling that, listen, we're not going to, roll with you guys, or this is not going to happen. This is the first signal we want to send you. So, Monk, from a diplomatic standpoint, I'm concerned. 3 more weeks to the inauguration. We have heard nothing from the executive marshal. We have seen nothing. We are hoping that it will happen. But if it don't happen, then I don't know.
the thing about the diplomatic process when you look at the U.S. foreign policy, even when you come, even if you are given invitation, it still does not mean that you will be in good book with them. And don't forget, one of the thing we face in this country, one of the problem, the major problem in this country, is government spending and cutting down the debt of the country. I think we are 37 trillion. And for a guy like Trump, who is very, very hawkish on foreign policy and making sure that even NATO allies must pay that due, that the US cannot afford to carry the financial burden for the rest of the world, you know there will be major cut. Even in the US, that's why he came up with this whole idea of DOGE, the Department of Accountability with how they call it, Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk, to look over the federal bureaucracy to see where the government spending a lot of money that is useless, to reduce the size of government so that they can cut down on the national debt. Because the issue of a national debt is reaching tipping point that if America cannot address a debt crisis, it will be a major problem. So for Africa and other parts of the world, don't expect free money to be coming from the US over the next 4 years. You can kiss that goodbye. Because even in America, we are tightening our belt. We are cutting on government spending. So if a typical example, if America is going to cut on her own spending to reanalyze and reassess the whole government, the whole bureaucracy, and to cut down costs and to reduce waste, why make you think they will have free money to be sending millions of dollars outside of America? That will not happen over the next coming 4 years.
Could this possibly also impact the MCC grant money that Liberia just celebrated? The potential of even getting it, could this impact it? If this relationship, like you said, could this
impact it? It could impact it, and I believe that they will make the requirement even tougher. They will make it stiff. Because, Steve, if you even look at the MCC challenge, right? When you look at some of these core marks that they be giving, do you really see how it translates into policy back home? If you're talking about good governance and accountability, how can you look at, take for example, you want to tell me that Joseph Boga can pass on the issue of accountability in Liberia to receive MPP compa, the MCC compa? I don't think so. So you should just expect that under this coming administration, it will be even tougher than what it is now. People will receive that money, but it will be people who are actually doing the work on ground to be worthy of receiving that MCC compa, because the requirement will be even stringent. It will be tougher than what it is right now. They're not going to cancel the program because the program is already existing. And that their policy, they're not going to change the way they do business just because another president coming to power. No. They will do business, but the matter in which they are going to execute is going to be different. You're not going to get any free money. That's just what it's going to be like.
So basically, from what I'm hearing from you, it's probably going to be the same George we are, more like the George we are, more or less the George we are administration, where they get a cool showed up. They didn't recognize them. They just play them, like everything, push everything, and kind of tighten the screws. Wherein they were not getting any kind of free money. They will get maybe 5 million here from what you call it in the World Bank, 2 million here, which was not even doing anything, was just like a drip in the bucket, right?
Yeah, drip in the bucket. Yeah, they're not going to take a forward look. That's why I tell you, I can tell people on the show. People say, "Oh, sometimes you can sound too sympathetic about Anseli." I said, "Look, let me tell you something. You got to be up. You got to be very. You got to be fair, and you got to be pragmatic when it comes to politics. Whether you like Madam Seri or you hate her, the fact of the matter is Madam Seri brought a lot of good things to Liberia. But the goods, I mean, the meat and potato that she brought to Liberia, people never felt the impact on the ground. But the money came. And guess what? One thing Madam Sali did, Steve, if you really follow Madam Sali administration, the first 6 years, they were off for business. They were putting in all the watchdog institutions, LACC, GAC, public procurement law. Madam Sali worked overtime in her first term. But it was during the second term that thing just got off the rail. That's why you saw money coming. Money was coming to Liberia, MCC compa, they other grant, because they were actually putting in place measures to tell the American government that we are off for business. Madam Sali didn't experience sanction, but look at it, the past two administrations and the current one and the one before. Yeah, so just because they gave you invitation, you can come and do business. No, the problem is the matter in which they will do business with you to tell you that, my brother, we are not on board. Even though we want to create this persona or we're going to give the update that we are working with you, but behind the scene, you ain't getting your penny. Nothing is going to come to you. Matter of fact, they might even put up more sanction on you than even giving you money. So, Liberia, I just hope you tighten your belt too, because in America here, we are tightening our belt, man. We're talking about austerity measures coming in every sector of government, from national security to the military. We are cutting back because America cannot keep going in this manner. The national debt is $37 trillion. It's unsustainable, and it can continue for the next 4 or 5 years. That's when you can expect it to happen.
So you're saying basically there will be no free lunch?
No free lunch. But Steve, they assume you're my dad, right? And you can bring all the money in the house. When the old man called, you told the old man, say, cook 5 cups of rice per day for my children. And you telling the old man, say, it's not easy at my job. I want you to start cooking 3 cups of rice. How make it in your own be able to take off food and go to your neighbor if you are making cut in your own house? This guy. Tell me how you're going to do that. Your own house and your own children, you're cutting down their ration. So tell me why you think your wife will cook and take off food for the neighbor when she don't have enough in the house for her own children? She even cutting down on their daily consumption. It's not going to work. That's why coming over the next few years. No free lunch. Not easy. I think you muted, Steve. I don't know. I'm not hearing you. Steve, we ain't getting you, except other people are
Can you hear
hearing
me
you.
now?
Maybe. Yeah, I
Can
can
you
hear
hear me?
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
I was muted, but so are we saying from the local things now, we in America said we're feeding in the economy, you
Oh,
know,
yes.
things will start tightening up on this end. And those who America were donating and just giving money or whatever it is, there will be some cutbacks, there will be some holdback to ensure that America takes care of itself first, take care of its debts first, and ensure that things are in place and cut down on some of these regulations or whatever it is to give free money and they'll be making donation, they're making donation there. So basically it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen within the next 4 years, man. It's going to be tough on some of us here. Even when they cut back, because don't forget when the federal government said they are reducing their size and they come with a government accountability to monitor their spending, more people will even be laid off from the federal government because they're going to reassess certain agencies they believe they are not feasible in today's environment. So if they're going to be having cut across the board in America, then what make you think going to happen to the country outside of America? That's why I just use the analogy. You tell your own wife, madam, use a cook 5 cups of rice, but cook 3 because things tough on us. And you think your wife will be able to cook and give food to the neighbors? No, that cannot happen. It's not even possible. Because the cut is going to be across the board. It's not going to be easy. We got 9% inflation. It's tough. So it's going to be tough for the next year. So if you are in Liberia as the leader and you cannot prioritize what you need to do in the country in terms of spending, in terms of making your economy better, to think you will get free lunch from here, just cut a goodbye from America. Maybe you can get it from other European countries. In matter of fact, I don't know about too many European countries that can match the funds of America when it comes to giving international assistance. So I don't know where you'll be getting free money coming from. It's going to get tougher than what it is right now. That's all I can say for my people in Liberia, including the Joseph Boaga government. Nothing
Yeah,
is going to come from this coming administration. Nope.
I know you were not on with all yesterday. We talked about and I want to agree with you that if there are going to be stringent or strong requirements laid out by the new administration, and it's not going to be like before, you basically got to work for every penny to prove yourself. So that means doing the work double. The Joseph Yuma Boakai administration, a few days ago, we saw people used to turn off fire. Yesterday, we woke up again to another news of, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. But man, you see the picture, you see the video, it's gruesome. In a street, daylight, I said in the night, broad daylight, Liberians, some Liberians stoning another Liberian. I don't know if you've seen that video. If you look on Maurice Douglas, Facebook is there, other places is there. Look, it is so graphic, Monk.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it to the end. I got to cut it off.
It's so disturbing. It was disturbing. Not only that. The latest laws we're gaining, human rights violation, as some people are claiming, sending prisoners over there. We've spoken about some of these things. Monk, all of these bad news from 2024, since Joseph Yuma Boakai took over, do you think these different news have overshadowed the quote-unquote rescue agenda? It's going to make it a little difficult for these guys to fall in line because it seems like there is no priority. The stealing, the ousting of the illegal ousting of the speaker, the burning down of one chamber or one part of the House of Representatives. I mean, just back to back. The riding of private jet going to Ghana, most recently the vice president, recently again the president doing the same thing. Monk, What does it say? Do you think this is something that the international community, our friends, our partners are going to welcome? All of these negative and bad images and news that they wake up to daily?
Steve, that's one of the fears that most Liberians, no matter where you talk, who you talk to, or from which part of the world, that's the biggest fear. That this constant representation, the constant graphic, the constant nausea and pulling, including, I mean, coming from both elected officials and people in the country. People believe that we are on or taking tampon, whether you like it or not. Nobody want bad to happen in the country. But look, Steve, the thing is psychological. You into social sciences, right? They say why the eye see, the ear hear, the man believe. You wake up in a society where you feel lawlessness and the government is not in control. The president is still struggling to get his feet situated. And you got lawlessness coming from lawmaker. People say, oh, one person is playing politics. And other people say, oh, they are not having respect for the rule of law. The Supreme Court is not even playing her role. She's not coming down definitively when they come down with any ruling or their interpretation of the law. Steve, at a certain point in time, what do you think is going to happen? Look, I keep saying it on the show. Everything in life, it starts with the economy. Everything in life, when it comes to governance structure, my brother, when the economy is not, even in Western society, when the economy is not going well, crime rate can increase. So think about a third world country that is still struggling that lack basic services. What do you think is going to happen in the midst of a tough economy? The resentment will be there. It's almost like people are just minding like bro, just waiting for somebody to tip the scale. That's how it look like. Everybody is angry. Look, let me tell you something, Steve. That what Bob Marley said, a hungry man is an angry man. Steve, what make you think if somebody attempt to steal a bag, people are capable of stoning that person to death? And that's not only limited to the Bouaga administration. It did a far back, maybe from the days of Madam Sally coming to Georgia before Bouaga. We are just saying things are just getting worse and out of control, and people don't have a sense as to where this government will be able to put the marker down and say, you know what, enough is enough. And it just keeps getting worse. And when people keep seeing this thing happening every day, it just emboldens them. Steve, look, even the situation with the girl that was stabbed to death. Why you think that man got angry? People say he's not losing his job. He worried about where his next paycheck will come from, how he'll be able to feed himself. So economic anxiety will always determine how a society make progress or not. Because that resentment will be there because pocketbook issue attack anybody in any election all over the world. Pocketbook issue determine how a country make a choice because you must feed your family, you must put food on the table, you should send your children to school and be able to take care of yourself. Without a job, you are not a man. And that's a very tough thing to navigate every day in the society where you see things are getting out of control, the government not prioritizing the needs of the people. It will keep getting worse and worse to no end. The only thing is people can tell you, say we can predict the outcome, we just don't know when it will happen because if the Bouaga administration cannot put this thing under control. Steve, I'm not expecting Joseph Bouaga to perform a miracle, but I think they call leadership and giving people reassuring that someone is in charge. That's what people need to see from Joseph Bouaga. And we are not seeing it yet. I don't know when that's going to change.
But most recently, it's reported that the government is reporting up to what is that 24 million budget shortfall for
35. We are around 35 million.
Around is alleged 35 million United States dollar budget shortfall for the past budget for last year. So that means what does that mean in an economic terms to you? What does that mean? Like you said, you always say about the economy and the budget or whatever it is as the face for the government or for the country. What does that mean? Monk, are you there?
You say what? Are they referring to Limbe, but I wasn't paying attention to the last question.
Well, the government is allegedly reporting 35 million United States dollar budget shortfall for 2024 budget. What does that mean to the little man? How do you put that out there when you, in terms of, because you are focused, you mostly one of the things you focus on is you look at this government, you look at the budget, you look at where monies are allocated, you look at, for you, that tells you where the focus is, that tells you where this government is headed, right? But they are reporting at the end of this fiscal year, they are reporting budget shortfall of 35 million. What does that say to you?
Well, it's not strange. We've been recording budget shortfall for the past, I would say maybe 11 years straight, dating back to the days of Madam Sally, where Amara Kone was, a finance minister. Maybe the amount might vary, but we've been experiencing budget shortfall. Steve, sometimes when we talk on the show, when we come here, people think we want to play politics. No, it's not about politics. It's just the reality, maybe. When your economy is not growing, you are most likely going to experience a budget because a budget is just a projection. What you think you will get for how much you think you will spend. Okay, we are spending more than what you are taking in. That's why some of the figure when you read a budget, how the guy can come with a forecast about economic growth and the total. How can you tell me in Liberia that you will be able to come up with a budget of 835 or $840 million when people are complaining? No, Steve, the only way when you get jobs and people are and you got spending in the economy and people have optimism about the economy, it encourage them to spend. As the economy grow, you can feel it in people's life. That's why I respect one country in the world they call Bhutan. Bhutan said the whole thing about GDP and economic growth. When the people cannot feel the impact, they are just useless. They are just numbers on paper. People are struggling every day. People, you listen to people calling you on SKTV. Government officials cannot even get paid on time. And you want to tell me that our national budget will be able to come up with $835 million in an economy the size of Liberia? How are you going to generate that? But I told you on the show, and most of the audience, I say it's just the new standard and the new kind of business model from the criminal cartel that runs the country, because they believe when they can inflate the budget, then it gives them more leverage to allocate money to themselves. Because they know at the end of the day, there will always be a budget shortfall. And the moment they can pay themselves first, when there is budget shortfall, that's when they go back to the budget to make reallocation and they try to carry cuts in other places that affect the people themselves. And how many times we've been saying it, how many times it's been happening? That's exactly what's going to happen, Steve. They will inflate the budget. They make appropriation.
Let's put it in layman terms so that we can understand it. So basically, what you're saying, you send me to the market to go buy something. I come back to you and say, the thing costs $100.
Yes.
On top of that $100, maybe let me try to get it right. Maybe the actual price is not $100.
You inflate the price.
I laugh first and told you $100. When I went to buy the thing at $60. So I took the $40, I ate it. When I came back to you, I couldn't bring the thing. I come back and say the thing costs $105. When I go back, instead of it being $60, the actual price for that thing is $65. So basically what I did to you, I lied. I took my share of the money.
Yep.
Then I came back and asked you again for extra $5 to go buy the same thing.
Yep. But the only difference is that $5 got to be a cut from other people to make up for the Yep.
So
go ahead. I think you were saying something. Yeah, go ahead.
So that means it's another intelligent way of stealing or using people. They know that they will not be able to raise the money. They know it.
Yeah, they know that. They know there will always be a budget shortfall. That's something that every single one of them know at the end of the day. But when they go into the budget room, they will increase and make bunch of bogus allocation, because that way when Steve, if let's assume that I tell you, Steve, I will be giving you certain amount for yourself in the national budget, and your compensation or the amount I will allocate for your office is proportion to the size of the budget. So you know that the bigger the budget becomes, the more cut that you will get, right? But even though you know you will not get that amount at the end of the year, because they are just making projections into the future. Oh, by the end of this fiscal year, we will raise $800 million. But you know damn well you will never raise $800 million in the economy of Liberia. But in that case, when they're making appropriation, what they will do, they will allocate more money for themselves. Then when the budget shortfall comes, that's where they go back to say, oh, we're going to reassess the budget, we're going to make cuts. And who are going to experience the cut? Because by then they have already finished paying themselves. They are not going to make cuts to their own lawmaker budget. They're not going to cut down on their incentives and benefits. They're going to the public sector programs, the roads, the bridges, schools, healthcare. That's where they will make the cut. So the only reason they keep inflecting the budget from the beginning, so that it gives them more leverage to steal more money and allocate more money for themselves. And now what we've been saying on SKTV for the longest, every year, the same old thing.
is that why maybe the University of Labrador can open because the money that's all come to them, the budget shortfall, and they take it, they put it there to cover up. So more like D who cover who.
Oh yeah. That's why I say it's a profitable business model. That's why there will always be the speakership fight. There will always be a budget fight because the only thing happening in that country is between the executive and the lawmaker, how much we can get for ourselves. How do you think we keep producing multi-millionaires overnight? That's why Yeke Kolima told you, I tell people, I say, when you listen to Yeke, focus on the message, not his style of presentation. Because the same thing we've been saying, maybe we can say it in a more intelligent way, and Yeke will say in a very rushful manner. But at the end of the day, all he be saying is the truth. You just not paying attention. The budget goes to committee. The committee take the most money. They become multi-millionaires overnight. You get poorer every day. Every year, they inflate the national budget because they know the amount they will receive in kickback is proportional to how much they will allocate. But they know at the end of the day, the economy will not be able to produce what they keep projecting into the future. You ought to look at me in this country. Steve, when you go through Madam Salif administration, like you that 12 years, if you put all the budget together, you will say maybe Madam Salif was targeting anywhere between $600 to $650 million on average when you put all the budget year together. You want to tell me that our budget size now, even though things are more difficult than what it is during Madam Salif administration, that we can raise $800 million in Liberia? That's almost close to $1 billion. Does Liberia economy look that you can come close to 800 million?
Here's the interesting part. We the same people that complain that not Ecomog, UMill and all the businesses that were flowing in Ellington are not there anymore. So that means purchasing power going up. That means money not flowing.
Money not flowing. The economy is shrunk. And yet your budget keep increasing.
Yes. So if your budget, then the question now is, the question that we need to be asking now is, how can you meet up to that budget? Because we already know that it will not. Even if the LRA come and say they will raise the amount of money, we know that's true. They're only saying it because they want to inflate everything right now and take pay. Then later on, they will come back
and talk from you.
Money they want to put money there for agriculture to buy rest on the market. They will say we couldn't buy the rest on the market, so rest price going up. We couldn't buy it. So my man, no, but let's take small calls, please, man. This is
let's before we go to the call line, or Steve. So when it comes to, for me, my own understanding with some of the budget stuff for some time, the people that really feel the weight is we who are not part of the government, because we're not benefiting anything from the national cake apart from the little developments that we'll be doing. So that, for example, when you play, or maybe when they place about $50 million into the budget, and for example, maybe for road and for other things, and when there's budget shortfall, what's going to happen to us, Steve? Because the people, they feel taking on their salaries and everything. In fact, their salary will never be shortfall. But only our developmental,
only the developmental agenda can take the lion's share of the cut, because it was designed and programmed that way. That only you will be the one to suffer. Look, I can tell our people on the show every day, don't expect nothing good. You will keep suffering into eternity because nothing is going to change. The people who set the agenda for the country have no interest in your progress. So when I hear them talking about, the rule of law, we want a unfair, I like you worry about yourself. You worry about these people. The people, they are criminals, whether you like it or not. They are the same group. They have no interest.
Steve, when Steve brought generator, start running, but just shortfall. Anyway, so 777 285. Look, God, what? 777 285 that's the number. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, Mebon and Mom, Steve, and all of King, and I do join my resident.
Yeah, go ahead, David.
For the body they're talking about, for every time you have a $892 million budget, this pass, $700 million budget, this pass, all those amounts of the million they talk about, everything there for recurrent expenditure. There's nothing there for you and myself as a related to developmental issue in our country. You're talking about buying armchairs for our schools. you're not seeing that. You're not seeing anything related to the hospital. We go to the hospital in the country, whatever prescription. People write prescription and give it to you. You go to the pharmacy and buy the drugs. So we are talking about budget shortfall in a budget. It's not for you and myself. All right? It's totally against us for each other to get our salary like you are saying. They will get our salary and you and myself will be affected. So these people they will consider like one thing. So the economy look like our 800 billion economy. Anything look like that. Whatever you can really see.
All right, thank you, my young man. Biggie, our economy load of in fact 1 billion. So let's call up. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to the other guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the voice of Peter Sign, Nigerian from Sokol Industry 4. Are you telling me about another budget for a year when the LIM boss told all that they're going to grow the economy to 1 billion? Are you
news?
telling me they are not even able to support or I know 800 or 700 million budget? Then I would believe that the economy will grow every year to $1 billion. These people should stop doing the kind of thing. They should stop lying to people. This government is a government that will want to do everything with lie. They better just be fair enough to us and stop fooling and lying to us. The whole thing about that you are going down. When you go change your money, change for 178. But when you go buy the poor thing, girl will tell you you will pay a 195 to buy, but to change your money, you will change it for 178. They better be fair and honest enough to us and stop fooling and lying to us. This government should learn to be responsible and stop being irresponsible. Thank you.
Thank you. 077-285-961. That's the number to call. Liberia Matter on SKTV show. Hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, my dear, go ahead. Thank you for joining us, Emmanuel.
Yes, thank you for the show. More of them monitor issues, but I can't have the opportunity to call. Thank you very much. The problem about Liberia, if you see President going to go dedicate maternal war, if hospital you have clinic, in the clinic you have maternal war. If President can go dedicate maternal war and dedicate cell phone booth, what do you expect? This country, I don't really know. Joseph Bonet sat on here for 2 years. He was never traveling like this. All your friends will be together to come to you. But now, you can go to friends, are going to this, just to damage the country. The country is going backward, my brother. So that budget really has to me. Joseph Bonet is getting playing in.
All right, thank you. 077-285-961. That's the number for you to call this evening and be part of the SKTV show. We discuss a lot of issues here when it comes to Mama Liberia. Yes, with all of the latest news, we're getting information also from Nukutan that horses are on fire. So the Liberia National Fire Service, you are called to please go there to rescue the community there in Nukutan that horses are on fire there. Please. So 077-285-961. That's the number for you to call this evening and be live on the SKTV show. We are faced with small technical issues and at least without have been resolved. But keep your calls coming. 077-285-961. That's the number for you to be part of the show this evening. And we are also talking about the bridge, the RTR bridge that collapsed, this morning, waking up, hearing the news about the bridge that connect the Riverside and the other Sano County of Bella State, some part of Southeast. That bridge also gone down. We don't know what government going to do next or how long it's going to take the Ministry of Public Work to put their teams together and restoring that bridge to normality so that our people can be able to get easy access to their places or locations. So again, keep your calls coming. This is SKTV right here on the Truth FM 96.1. You can place in your calls 077-285-961. That's the number to call. And those of you also that want to call us also from outside of Liberia, I think the WhatsApp number is also there. But let's stay maybe Steve and Monk can place their numbers so that you can take calls. Steve, you want to do, but let me go straight to my
Well, no, I
wallet.
don't my number.
Yeah.
I don't put out a number.
Quickly, man, good evening.
So the budget shop, how the people want to manage that in the country? Joseph Waka, the Labrador people say Joseph Waka has been with integrity. Joseph Waka get experience. Joseph Waka brought so experienced people to work in the government. Now in the first year they get budget shop for. So we will not get anything. How we manage now for us to be able to live? How we live in this country? Every year budget show for today Waka first year budget show for. Then you pass it any going on the government to get 500 billion and the program to get 500 billion money will flow. That 500 million are coming in the budget. That's what they will eat that money. That's what they will eat it. See, they got money with that budget in the budget every day. Like the money public and they will just so many people get it for inside a day.
Oh,
Thank you, man.
no worry, this is like hello, big yeah. Steve, hello, good evening.
Yeah, this is Amos Wunti calling from Kakata.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us, man. Dear. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for the show. But what can happen in this country, or what happened in this country now for me, for my own observation, even we go America, with dirty American, you can't say that in a particular mansion, or they can't pay and become president in Liberia, it will still be the same problem.
No, I think so.
Because that is state that we are in.
American people can do it.
If the power says that everything that was said, they are coming to pass, we are believers. We are not believing because we know what is happening. That time hardship is coming.
Well, so problem listening for you, they got one hard time. I got hardship. Anyway, not there. I want to different you. But why is there? You seen it? There's something group of people eating it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, my brother. So let's call a good evening. Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. There.
My name is Othello. I'm calling from Fulton.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
I'm making better. I still get all this stuff.
Will I get you too clear though? I know you want to maybe put up a suggestion. Yeah.
It's true that during the campaign for me, I was not in that group. Joseph Waka, I will use a statement that I got to the devil, you become president.
Yeah.
Hello?
I said yes, according to information and recordings and also facts and everything.
And my dear, the other told me that we show.
Oh, what happened? The devil, yeah? No devil will get prayer warriors. That's Steve. Good evening. So let's call up. Good evening. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. This is William Carvin. Can I start this conversation? Well, I think it's starting right that Liberians will like for everybody to be honest in this country. And this is the only country that people will go to bed and lean down country because they will fail. Because they want to prove some point. So if we were here in the last year, we used to hear the government and the foreign administration we have budget surplus. So if we have budget surplus and your life condition at the time were never progressing, now you have a government to tell you that, hey, that's how we protected social and so amount of race. But because of the revenue generation and other things, we were unable to read that back. So that's why they call budget shortfall. Budget shortfall now mean that my people, the money here, the government really they take off from the when they get it. No, my people, that's the
So, hello, my young man. Don't be acting. You won't be acting.
He won't can lecture all that. We don't know what we're talking about here.
If I call you off because saying that you look at you. See,
Yeah.
see that you're not close here. We have to express. You're talking about the people been taking a salary. All those why all these months and so forth. There were no
Why he doesn't understand, Mabel? That's why they get budget performance review. They know at the end of the day they won't be able to generate because how you get budget shortfall is when the government is spending more than what the government can take in. Your projection was wrong. But in our case, the reason they get budget shuffle, like in America, certain unforeseen circumstances can happen. Like we have
Yes.
coronavirus. Coronavirus disrupted the economy, so we could experience a budget shuffle and the debt. But in the case of Liberia, they can already project what will happen because they know that they won't be able to raise that particular amount. It's not because of unforeseen circumstances. They weaponize budget shuffle just for the sake of stealing. Because you know what they'll do? They get something they call the budget performance and review. They know that when they allocate, when they make appropriation for the budget, they will have to pay themselves first. Everything that they will benefit, they will make sure they finance it first. And when the budget shuffle occur, then they start making the cuts from all other aspects of it. Now, what other men can lecture, like we don't know what we're talking about. Come on, my brother. If you want to play defense, find another way to play a defense. You cannot lecture us on SKT. We're not saying we know everything yet, but you cannot fool us that we know exactly what we are talking about. Go ahead, Steve.
But the same thing the last governments did, and the same thing they're doing. It's just that they're just using two different words. The last government told they have surplus. But at the end of the day, they go to the kind of government shortfall. The same thing you're telling us that you will be able to raise 700 million. You not raise the 700 million, now they seem lie. So why you want to compare? That they seem lie.
Steve, how many times these guys lied to us that we read articles from Front Page Africa and other major publications on the show that they lied to the Liberian part of the budget were overperforming? How can budget be overperforming the same year and experience a budget shortfall the same year? Does that make any sense? That the LRA is generating more revenue, that they are raising more than what they were projected to raise. They were praising people from the Freepo, how they came out with additional 4 million year. The budget is overperforming. How can you declare budget shortfall in the same period that your budget is overperforming? So who am I? Or who are we? Bunch of idiots? Or compound fools that can think, that can read between the lines?
Basically, that the same thing the both administration did, that the same strategy. It's just that one is saying they will raise the budget to get 80 million or 70 million, 700 million, 800 million. And then the other one came and said, what Samuel Twain was saying, they know they were lying. So, folks, listen, our goal is to come and educate you and provide the information, like we said. We're not going to be the way we were before. But at the same time, we're not going to sit around for you to come and want to lie. Then we'll erect the necessary checkpoint and say the truth to the Liberian people. Listen, it's one thing if you choose to come on here and say, listen, guys, the thing you're saying are true. What is the solution? What can we do? But for you to come and want to make us look like what we're saying, we don't know what we're talking.
And play defense for the people.
That's a disservice. You don't do that, my brother. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Coming and sounding intellectual and want to defend lie, it's not a good thing. It is not a good thing, folks. So, I mean, we hear the last word from Monge Patton coming, and then we hear from Milburn. We'll call it a day for today.
Oh yeah, my parting comment is, like you just said, I think you just cover all the bases on that particular subject matter. To the people who want to come here and play defense, SKTV, we are not interested in sensationalism. We are not interested in here to make decisions for you. Our job is to only give you the news and the information that is needed. It's up to you to interpret it and take whatever action you choose to. But to come here to come and lecture all about things that we already know, that we already see happening in the country, you can play your defense all you want, but at the end of the day, we'll see who will be the biggest victim. So they can buy you your scratch card. You can call here to disparage us or to kind of give a different version of the story we're going to Liberian, but we'll try our best every day possible that we can to make sure we are giving the authentic information. We won't be here. Yeah, we can have our individual opinion, whether it's Sekou, Steve, Milbo, myself. We will have diversity of thought. We'll have different opinion. But the one thing we know will be all on the same boat with is the issue of the information. We'll make sure that the information be presented on SKTV. They are real, they are authentic, and that's something you can go and even fact check yourself. So it's up to you. Keep calling and keep defending those criminals. You are the one going through it. Anyways, we are all being affected, but directly. For Steve and myself and Sekou will be affected indirectly. Yeah, we got some costs to pay as well because we are from Liberia. But for you that on the front line every day, your children's school fee, your feeding, the cost of prices, your job opportunity, it's up to you. Keep playing defense. Telling all that we don't know about budget shuffle. Like you come to lecture us about budget shuffle. Are you serious, bro? Remember, my man, have a nice day, my brother. We'll see you. People will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, comment and you can. Let me get my body comment. Folks, thank you so much. We'll be on tomorrow by the grace of God. We'll be here, same time, same place. Tomorrow we'll be evaluating the Joseph Yuma Boaka administration over the past 1 year. See what they've done as we enter the new year for Wednesday, 2025. I want to say thank you for your continuous support. Thank you so much for all you do. I want to also say thanks to Sis Pressure, who was on here with us. Thanks. Time in, time out. Like we said, we change the flavor. We now always do politics. We now always start with politics because we want to have some dynamics here to clear some minds or whatever it is. We'll be back tomorrow by the grace of God. Same time, same place. And maybe one will say, don't do that, change the dial tomorrow. We'll be here.
So good night. Thank you all of our followers, our supporters, rule rappers, member. Thank you there for always commenting back to back. You know, you can make the show too interesting. And somebody will mention Abel like, yeah, they make long time. Even our good friend can hear from him. He can't come on the show anymore. But that's good. That's the beauty of democracy. Good night, Steve, my brother, and see you.
Quick question, quickly, before you go. We don't know how true this is, but it is alleged, it's been reported that University of Liberia will be reopened in January by the grace of God. And guess who they want to be the new president? Guess who they're suggesting? You remember the lady who did a speech? Roberta, remember her?
Oh, Raptor Pellet?
Raptor Pellet, they want her to be the new president of the University of Liberia. We'll delve into that tomorrow. We're doing the research. We just got the information. We're not sure how, how it is, but we'll see. We'll be here tomorrow to go into it. Thank you so much. Have a good night, folks. This is how we draw the curtain. Thank you. Ciao, ciao, and good night.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast. There are things we can do.